Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hakiii and we have a new cheat code for cell missions in GTA Online, making them way easier and more likely to avoid griefers or just NPCs lasering you. There's many different scenarios you can use this with, like nightclub cell missions, bunker cell missions, sometimes CEO special cargo cell mission. You can do this every single time selling a vehicle from the CEO vehicle cargo warehouse as well. Usually in those missions you get absolutely lasered by NPCs, so it does save you a good amount of money and damage. Doesn't matter how many supplies you have to sell, it could be millions, it could be a little less. I'm just going to show you a brief example. Now, I definitely recommend doing these cell missions in public session. Register as a CEO and make sure the session has at least 20 players so you get the high demand bonus, meaning you get 50% more money if you do it in a populated session. As we talked a little bit about earlier, a lot of cell missions are going to have certain vehicles you need to transport to a certain location to finish the cell mission. I'm going to be trying it with vehicle cargo, although feel free to try it with a bunch of different businesses that you could do cell missions in. I know it works with the Mule Custom with the nightclub cell missions and the Phantom truck with the bunker cell mission. It works with several different types of big trucks that usually the cargo bob would struggle carrying just because the cargo bob isn't super heavy duty. The new DH7 Iron Mule is definitely a lot more capable and a bit faster as well. Let's start by sourcing a vehicle and hopefully getting a top range vehicle. So we got to get lucky here. Let's see what type of vehicle we're going to be getting. We're going to use the Iron Mule both to source the vehicle and to sell it at the very end, and it's going to save us a lot of hassle. Standard range. Okay, so we got a medium level vehicle which isn't going to sell for the absolute most, but I'm just going to show you a brief example of how this works. All we're going to do once we're outside is call in the Iron Mule. It's going to spawn somewhere near us. Looks like it spawned at the beach, so very close to us. All we're going to do is take it, or actually, since the vehicle is on the way, might as well take the vehicle and park it up next to the Iron Mule. But usually you would want to take the helicopter, fly it over, and hook up the vehicle that you need to get. So let's take out a few enemies here, even though we could just take the Iron Mule and just pick up the vehicle. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know what you're doing. I cannot tell if he's friendly or not, but I'm not going to take any chances. Because of that, we already damaged the vehicle a little bit, but hopefully we could just pick this thing up and get out of here. All right, we got the vehicle. Cool. Now let's get out of here. That was so intense. So this way, we're going to get the least amount of damage possible, even though we have a repair cost of 7,000, which is not too bad. Instead of driving through the city, this just makes our life way easier, and it's going to make it way easier, especially in the cell mission, because specifically in vehicle cargo cell missions, the NPC absolutely laser you. They damage the car so freaking much. All we're going to do now is drop the vehicle real quick, land this thing, and just drive it into the yellow circle. So that was a pretty easy sourcing missions besides a little bit of issues in a public session. Honestly, I don't know if there's a high demand bonus when doing a cell mission, so if there isn't, there's absolutely no point being in a public session, but I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna do it in a public session. Now we're ready to actually export this vehicle, so we're gonna go ahead and export it. Make sure you do the most expensive option, press confirm, then it's gonna give you some instructions to customize the vehicle a little bit, like change the plate, change the respray on it. I guess we're just gonna make it black, and change the wheels on this thing. Now we're actually ready to take it outside. Once we've started, all we're going to do is call in the Iron Mule. It's going to spawn somewhere near us. It's going to help you especially in long distances and in missions where you actually don't want to damage the vehicle. This is where it comes in to be the most useful because it's going to save you money and time. In this case, mainly money, because the drop-off location isn't going to be too far away. Let's see if we can actually complete this without any damage whatsoever. So right now, the current value is $375,000. I'm going to try to drop it off with the exact same amount of value, which I've never done before just because the NPCs have always lasered the vehicle. There we go. We picked up the vehicle. If you want to get the downward view, just press B or circle on PlayStation and it makes it a little bit easier to pick things up. So now we're just going to fly to the buyer and drop off the vehicle without any damage whatsoever. As I briefly mentioned, the Iron Mule is a little bit faster than the cargo bob, so it's a bit more heavy duty and a bit better overall, I would say. Because we had to drive away from the drop-off location a little bit, maybe it's going to take us like an extra minute, but we did save a lot of money avoiding all the NPCs that would be chasing us. There we go. We dropped it off exactly on the yellow circle while we're still in the helicopter. I was actually expecting that we would have to drop it and then get out the helicopter and drive it in, but I guess it just does it automatically, and we made just over $56,000 selling a standard range vehicle. That's actually pretty freaking good. I think we did actually get a high demand bonus since we're in a public session with over 20 players. If you don't know, the high demand bonus is actually actually gonna get you 50% more money, so works beautifully with vehicle cargo, but of course it could also work really well with bunker cell missions and CEO special cargo. Maybe the acid lab, even though that's a motorcycle, so I don't think it could help that much in that cell mission. Also maybe with hangar cell missions as well, so a really useful helicopter to use for cell missions. It's just gonna make your life a bit easier. If you want to get this thing, you can find it in the Warstock website for a trade price of just over 1.75 million. Buy it now is a little bit more expensive. Let me know if there's any other trucks you think it works with down below in the comment section. I guess we can have sort of like a discussion down there. Big thank you to all the channel members on the screen right now for supporting the channel. If you want to become one, press the join button, or the link is down below in the description. And if you like this video, you're probably gonna like the one on the screen right now. I hope you all enjoy that one, and peace.